Hi guys, it's been a while. Just a quick project update. I have been busy on quite a lot of stuff painting wise. I've got a backlog of stuff as well to display, which I'll put up in another video, but I wanted to just show you what I've been working on for the Boshin War project. So I have finally stepped on some Imperials, as you can see. You have to excuse the dodgy camera today. So we have moved on to some Satsuma clan Imperial troops. The finished officer back here. I've actually decided most Imperials are represented in black. I notice people find popular, but there is a book, I think it's History of Japanese Uniforms, 1860 to 1920 something, and a lot of the Imperials in there are actually in a blue very akin to this colour. You can also get away with Prussian blue as well, and I guess it depends really what you've seen. A lot of films do show the Imperials in black uniforms. In fact, it shows both sides in black uniforms, but there's a lot of media actually that shows the Imperials in these dark blue uniforms. And so both sides would have worn either colour, so it doesn't really matter. I just fancied these guys in this colour as opposed to the black for my shogunate troops. So these ones, they've just had a wash, and they're in the early stages of just layering and highlighting. Just started the next block, and so we got a officer here, lovely figure. I've also actually completed some. I've been really into getting some Tosa clan officers completed. Now, this uniform is actually from some of the woodblock paintings you see in the period. They're quite romanticized. I don't believe they would have been in, you know, a dark blue and then white trousers. May be wrong, but I really like this, and I've been trying to base them off the Tosa Jinshotai, if I said that correctly, which was a really famous troop led by a later famous career politician who actually formed the group. There is pictures of them online you can see. As I said, I think the red wigs, again, quite romanticised. How many of them would have worn them? But the plan is to make some sharpshooters for these guys and sculpt some red shagumas on them all. If I show you, I'll be using these Perry miniature American Civil War, I think they're dismounted cavalry, with what looks to be like the Sharps carbines or the Spencer carbines. So the plan is to get the heads cut off these, get some shogunate troop heads on with the headbands, and then just sculpt the wigs around them, really. I'm not very good with green stuff, but I thought I'd give it a try, so it'll be somewhat akin to this. I think it'll be quite good looking on the battlefield, quite a standout unit. So there's my Tosa officers. At the back, we have the next big block of shogunate troops, which gone with obviously the Hakama, the different types of colour Hakamas. Really love these Hakamas, the way they look when they're mixed in with the standard shogunate uniform. So they're in early stages of just being block coloured, so they're quite messy at the moment. But yeah, that is everything so far. As I said, I have got a few units in the cabinet which are also done, which I actually might grab out now if I cut the video. Right, let's see if my editing skills are up to scratch. What we have here is some Gaku Hetai from Sendai Domain. Probably my favourite looking unit in the whole of the Boshin War. Really cool background on these guys. Basically British uniform, or British sort of type uniform, with kepis. Sorry, not kepis. Can't think of what the word is. Anyway, British uniforms, and then apparently Snyder rifles. So these guys were pretty serious business. There is unfortunately not a lot of information online around these guys. The thing is with Sendai is they mobilised a large amount of troops, but whether they saw any significant combat, I'm not too sure. There's not really a lot of documentation as to how many battles they took part in. The Northern Alliance that they actually formed a part of wasn't very effective at forming attacks, basically. Had a lot of troops, but they just weren't very coordinated. I almost forgot to show. So we've got an officer back knee miniature with obviously a converted head. A plan to get a drummer done for these guys as well, or a flag bearer, just so they stand out a bit, because really these are probably the only troops from another domain I'm going to have. I am planning on getting some shogunate troops done at some point in blue uniforms, and then some French trained troops as well, which I really can't wait to paint up, as I really do love the Denshuatai uniform. But yeah, really happy with how these guys turned out. Originally I went for a darker red. This colour is a bit too dark, so we went back in on the layer with some pure red and just sort of mixed it up, and the uniform is definitely a bit more striking. So yeah, really happy with these ones. But I'll try and get another video up soon. I said I've got a lot on the table. Got any comments, leave them. Thanks for watching.